And, you know, there's good news, too, that I should cover more. I will tell you the honest truth is that I went over to our Lemonade Stand planning Discord, and I said, hey, guys, what if we did like a good news episode where we each find one cool thing we think that's going on in the world and talk about that? I'm not a hero for that? Am I a hero for that? I want your honest opinion. Am I a hero for that? Yes. The answer is yes. Actually, I don't need your opinion. I'm actually not yes. Yes. Okay. We're gonna have a good times episode. Tastes better from a Lakers cup. Good news! I got a job. Hey, congratulations. What's the bad news? They're gonna pay me $10 per hour less than advertised on the listing where I applied. Silver lining day. Now you'll grind harder. Okay? Silver lining day. Now that you have been scammed by this company into getting paid less than advertised, you will work twice as hard to make up that difference. And it'll build strong mental fortitude. Easy. We'll solve that problem. I'm just going to solve all the problems of the world today. Plot twist, the pay was $10. Plot twist is now an indentured servant. The listing was $750. He's actually paying them for the privilege. Alright, wait, let me yeah, you don't lose anything when you lose money. Just to be clear. I don't know who came up with this idea that money's important in some way, and that you can use it for food, shelter, opportunity. That's whoever came up with that is kind of okay. It's just paper. It's just digital ones and zeros. The only thing that matters, I guess, this costs money. Once you have a bedazzled Lakers logo, you're actually set. You get more after you pass go, so don't fret. Okay, it would be cool. It would be cool if we did do a Monopoly style thing in real life. I think it would be cool if every now and then you just got $200. I think that would be something. I think people would really enjoy that. Like on your birthday, you get, yeah, like 2K on your birthday. Now, you guys say UBI, but you're making it nerdy and boring. Pass go, swag. UBI, you know what I'm saying? I think what we need to do is like the American birthday prize. And every year on your birthday, you either get $2,000 or go to jail. Or you get drafted. Yeah. $2,000 or you get drafted. And that way your birthday is like this real... But like the odds are, let's just say the odds are stacked. So like 90% of the time you get the $2,000. So most people's birthdays really become a big celebration. Oh, I didn't get drafted. Plus I got 2 racks.
I don't have time for this.
Hey, Shrug, do you think you could solve all the problems if you were given unlimited dictatorial powers for 10 years? Oh, yeah, easy. Easy. No problem. Let's start by giving it to me, and then I'll get started, okay? But I can't get started until you give me unlimited dictatorial powers. Yeah, no problem. You know what I can do? I can solve it day one. I can solve it day one. It's so quick. It's so easy. The problems in the world are so quick and easy to solve. And if you were to give me the power, I promise you, 24 hours would it take. And I would fucking wrap that shit up.
don't have time for this.
I'm not overdosing. I'm not overdosing. Yeah, I've built up a very high tolerance over the years. What that was wrong? Yeah, I had more. Did you see this LeBron tribute? When the LeBron praise turns into a parade. Dude, being such a blonde glazer that you would get an actor to dress up as and glaze him. Incredible. Incredible. You there?
You don't deserve power.
Didn't see my 12-month sub. I did now. Thanks, Fummy. Can we get Atriox spoils films we're never going to watch again? It's my favorite segment. I forgot about that segment. What a cinema segment. It was like a worse TikTok movie recap. It was just me spoiling films that I've seen completely to you. It really is an all-timer. What's up, Adish? Hey, Adish. I can't say the name of the place as it would dox me, but there's a new sandwich spot not too far from me. And since you're in town, what if we got some Sandies tomorrow? Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. It's called Subway. It's called Subway. I'm going to show you an LA delicacy. Okay, we make them good here at Subway. It's Big Willie! They give it the 22 months. I'm not going to stream getting Sandies with this right. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys know better than me. I think I'm a little out of this. But my take would be that if I were to go on a friendly lunch with somebody, bringing out my phone and streaming it would make it, like, kind of weird and content-oriented and not very friendship. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? You're just bringing more friends. Hey, Anderson, you mind if I bring along another friend? Oh, yeah, sure. What if I bring along 3,000? Yeah. That is quite a plan. Quite a plan. Hey, Big A, I'm a small business owner for a few years, but I recently had to shut up shop. Elon Musk, Tesla, these other electric car companies like BYD played a direct role in closing my business. For reference, I used to siphon gas from cars for a living. Any advice on how I can get back on my feet? 50 grand in the hole. It's a real tragedy to see an American small business crushed like this. And I think we need to double our tariffs on China so that these BYD cars, learn how to siphon a battery. That's just called innovation. Learn how to fucking take a crowbar and get the battery out of there and sell that on the black market. Now you're making money. Now you're fucking cooking. Learn how to harvest rare earth minerals from the parts in the electric vehicle. Those are up in value. Speaking of which, can I share with you guys a really interesting thing that happened today? I saw the article first, which is why I saw a Financial Times article about Donald Trump. Again, it's not a crash out there. Barely even related to Trump. But it's about Trump planning to stockpile critical minerals to counter China. The idea is that China has been shutting down exports of rare earth minerals that are used in EVs and other things. And so Trump wants to do deep sea mining. I don't know if it's him personally, but someone on his team wants to explore that option to get the minerals. Okay? And in this article, they mention the leader in the space is the Metals Company. And I was like, wait a minute, why is that familiar? Isn't that the company that Aiden invested in the stock market game because he saw it in a documentary? Turns out it fucking is. And that shit popped, dude. That shit popped. It's now the highest performing stock in this competition by far. And Aiden is now in the green. Lemonade stand on top, dude. Doug is third. It's the lemonade stand difference. Holy Glinema. He's in the green. You know, I said, I mean, my quote on the day we did, he was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Aiden wins this thing because he has the most balanced. But if he's got a balanced portfolio and then TMC ends up being a generational buy, I mean, Delta Airlines is kind of fucking dumb, but I don't know why you throw in a fucking. Even in good times, don't invest in airlines. I'll never understand that. That's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever seen. But that's low key funny because I asked him, I was like, where'd you even hear about this company? And it was just him. One day he watched this video. This video on CNBC. Could deep sea mining fix the global? It's like a year ago or 2 years ago. This is a while ago.
Less than total victory.
He just watched this shit and like remembered it, and it ended up, that's just cool how that works. Good for him, staying informed. It's an old video. How profitable can that really be? It's a good question. I can't claim to be an expert. My understanding from that video and this article is that, well, actually, my understanding is that, no, not very profitable. And in fact, listen, I don't know, but I'm going to say my understanding is this, is that rare earth minerals are rare in air quotes. They're not rare at all. They're actually everywhere. My understanding is you can find them. There's huge deposits all over. It's like, yeah, you can get them from the bottom of the ocean, but you can get them from a lot of places. The hard part is that you have to refine them. You need like these advanced refineries, and that's what China has. Because for the longest time, the only time you used rare earth minerals was like in headphones and laptop keyboards and eventually in batteries, eventually in electric vehicles. And so they built the whole supply chain out before anyone else could, and now they're the only ones that can refine them at scale. So no matter where you get them, they have to go to China. So everybody would just buy them from them. That's my understanding. This is my understanding of rare earth minerals. So there's a push to like find our own non-Chinese sources of rare earth minerals, but the real hard part is getting these refineries set up. Is my understanding. Just send it to my house, I'll refine them. Yeah, what if you guys make a distributed refining service where like Trump or Aiden scrapes minerals off the bottom of the ocean, ships them to your house, and you like clean them up, polish them up, get them ready to go. We're crowdsourced. It's an American project. Artisanal refining. An Etsy refinery. Dude, imagine Imagine buying refined silicon on Etsy, dude. That adds the human touch. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Yeah, China has 98% of the world's rare earth minerals. That's wild. But once we get our Etsy refined lithium, it's going to be huge. When will Lemonade Stand become a beacon for the gold hodler community? I'm not part of the gold hodler community. I don't like most people that talk about gold, okay? I've unfortunately had to become a voice for the fact that there are regular investors who put money into gold who are not, I don't know, your fucking uncle at Costco, dude. Yes, I do hold a lot of gold. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna lie about it. I do, but I think I had a strategic reason for that, and I think it's paid off. So I'm not gonna apologize for it. There's a goblin for gold. How much exactly? Oh, do you want my social security number too? List of my greatest fears? Full list of assets and liabilities? What would you? You want me to break it down? You want me to give you the bank account number so you can log in and check? I got 3 different bank accounts, so I want you to make sure you can. You mentioned the minutes on fear. Shit, you're very nice. You're very nice to the podcast. Listen, she sent me a nice message too. Warbone 3K.
Nothing less than total victory.
Wow, thank you for the fucking 25 gifted. Holy. Wait, I want to read your message. Your message was, I tried to talk with my dad on how dumb Elon is. Okay, I'm going to read your message because you gave 25, and that's very generous. But I'm trying not to crash out today, and I'm trying not to really talk about Trump or Elon today at all. I mean, outside of passing mentions, but I'm not going to... I've said what I need to say. Like, I need to have some new piece of information up here before I talk about it. Otherwise, what's the point? You know? I think people aren't changing their mind drastically. I think if there's people who are open to change, I got them. I got them. If they're in my community, I got them. We'll need new information. But let me ask you, let me read the rest of it. You said, I tried to talk with my dad about how dumb Elon is and try to get Vince to buy EVs. Oh, you're trying to tell your dad that it's stupid for Elon to try and sell EVs in, like, Mississippi. I agree. My dad went on for 10 minutes on how Elon was a true patriot and he was saving free speech through Twitter. Didn't go into tariffs because I didn't want my jaw to drop when he defends it. He's so deep in the Republican core. I don't know how to get through to him. Any advice at all? On a funny note, my older blue-collar workers are pissed because their 401ks are gone. It's not a funny note. It's not a funny note. That's not a funny note. That's not a... On a funny note, the people in my community who have worked manual labor jobs their whole life now don't have a retirement. They will have more poverty in their old age than they expected. They will have to work longer hours and for longer, long past when their bodies go. Yeah, that is. No, you're right. When you put it like that, that's fucking funny. Right? I wasn't thinking about it like that. It is actually a knee slapper. That shit is funny. That is good. You know what? You made a good point. I don't know. I don't have a great answer to your question. I think it's a problem a lot of people go through. I'll say this, and you can take it or leave it. I don't care. All right, you don't have to. I'm not making a big grand statement here. I'll say this. I have found, not only working in marketing, but having different opinions of me sometimes, you're talking to me, is that you can never get someone to change their mind head on. And by that I mean, with a direct frontal assault. It's impossible. No one will ever do it. You won't do it. Half of you are like, yep, that's true. That's for true. But you also won't do it. You're not different. You're the same. Okay? You're picturing the person you can't change the mind of, but also there's things you won't change your mind of. Okay? The head-on assault work. It actually has the opposite effect. Is my understanding, not only in psychology, but just in the real world what I've seen, is that it actually makes people dig in deeper. They get more entrenched. Here's an example that you probably can relate to. Maybe you've argued with someone over something unimportant, and then you find yourself later like Googling facts to support your side. And now you're like deep in. Now it's like part of your worldview to have that. Like you didn't care that much before, but now you're like, now you want to know. That's how the human brain works. You know, it's more likely to entrench itself. So you're gonna have a really hard time trying to like attack your dad into switching his opinion. Is what I'll just tell you. So you know, you kind of like most things in life. I mean, like even in business, if you're trying to launch a product into an established space, you have to come at it from an angle. And really try to frame things from their POV. Try really to understand their side as best as you can learn, is what I'll tell you. That's just mine. Hey, truck. I'm in the military as a flight officer. 07 soldier, and I'm not sure how things will pair out with China-Taiwan trade. Any predictions? Really tough to predict, bro. Actually, I don't want to talk about this too much. This is the wrong thing to pick up. My presentation is about the great divorce between the USA and China, and I worked like hell on it all Sunday and today, and I feel really good about it. I read a lot. I listened to some really thoughtful speakers, and I try to like get a lot of. I talked to a person who has family in China. I talked to a lot of people. I did some good research on this one, and I'm excited to put it out. But it's not done, so I don't want to say too much. But it doesn't cover war really in depth. And what I'll say is I maintain that it seems likely that in our lifetimes China will attempt to take Taiwan by military force. Seems like that. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know why, but it seems like
Nothing less than total victory.
And what happens after that is the big question mark. We don't know. We don't know. When I say why, I mean I don't know what will trigger that event. They say it's theirs today, and they'll say it's theirs tomorrow, but what day will they go, all right, now we don't know why it'll happen. What's the difference between Hong Kong and Taiwan? Yes, I'm that dumb. Dude, you're my favorite person. You're my favorite person, bro. I love a person who can be like, I don't know. Can you just like I think you have a good attribute. Honestly, not kidding. That's a good attribute to have in life. If you don't know something, just fucking ask. Don't act. It's great. Dude, I'm gonna. Should I say it? I mean, I have to crash out. Dude, somebody wrote a Reddit thread about my. I talk about how Nike is smaller than AirPods. I could easily crash out. I could easily. It's like the worst titled Reddit thread of all time, and it's so wrong. And all they did was ask Grok, and like I could, in 2 seconds, explain. But I'm trying to not crash out. I don't know. It's crazy. I need a crash out pass. I need a crash out pass. It's crazy. What was I saying? We were talking about. Yes, it's a good question, and I lost it, and I was. I'm sorry. You said something. What was your question? Oh, thank you for the gifties. Thrifty Wallace, thank you for the 18. Warbone, did you give more gifties? What'd you say? You said, that's fake. Thank you for the advice. I'll try my best because he's a good man. No more crashing out. He's a subreddit. The subreddit might be crashing out things. But yeah, I like where your head's at. I mean, here, I can get more personal with it. And I don't want to talk too much about it because my parents watched it, but like, you know, there was a time in my life that I think my dad would have been way more open to the idea of supporting Trump. I mean, he used to be like really anti-gay marriage. There's a lot of things. My dad, and I think by not, I think the way, not even me, but my mom went about it, left it open for him to change his mind. And now he's a man with no land right now because he hates Trump, but he's not. He doesn't like the Democrats, so he's got. He's a man with no land in America. He's got no place to vote. No. He wanted Jerry Johnson, I think. He wrote shy. He's a view vote shy. You know, I think he's had significant. People say he's not really changed. I see people change all the time. I see people change all the time in my life, and I see people change all the time. Dresden, thank you for the prime. Not Caro, thank you for the prime. Hey, Shrek, will you stand to the left of the board when you present on the podcast? It will allow you to go. Are you giving me production notes? Oh, where should I send the invoice? I didn't know I hired a new fucking production intern. That's crazy. I appreciate that. Wow, new member of the team. Oh, his name is In Productions. For what it's worth, In Productions, we already got this feedback and we changed the X on the floor to the left side. Wait, I'm sorry. Is In Productions Denmark? Wait, are you kidding me? Denmark is the person that designed our set. I thought In Productions, the set designer, was in my chat spamming for me to move where I presented. I was like, you could just message me if that's... Why would you not... Why this fucking method of communication? I was honestly shocked. Yeah, Elon, pay your child support type shit. All the people in Elon's DMs when he was playing Path of Exile, and it was like, Elon, it's me, Ashley St. Clair. You haven't paid your child support in 13 months. Please, 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 please. That shit was cash money. That was so funny. Oh, it was about Hong Kong, and oh yeah, you wanted to know about Hong Kong and Taiwan. Do you have a good map of China?
Nothing less
You guys
than
ever
total victory.
want to crash out at the way Google Images become less and less useful over time? And how it always feels like you can never get a clean PNG of anything you want, and the top results are always like blurry or small or unable to. Isn't it kind of annoying how it used to be like actually useful and now it's become fucking trash? Or the ones, yeah, the ones that'll have like the PNG background, the checker mark background, but the checker mark is actually baked into the image. So you copy paste it into your presentation, and now it's like, what the fuck is going on? Who did this? I'm not gonna fucking click through and buy your thing because you tricked me. I'm pissed as hell. A1. Dude, we should just call it A1 from now on. I'm leaning in, dude. I'm leaning in. A1. I gotta show that clip on Lemonade Stand for sure. I'm excited to see what Doug thinks. I'm excited to see what Doug thinks about it. What should I buy my first stock in? S&P 500 Dogecoin. Is that a real question? Your chat history is glizzy, glizzy. Elon left to get milk. Nah. I think you're just... Anyway, it's Doge. It's Doge. It's not even a stock. It's just a fucking iconic hold. Taiwan. Okay. Here, this is a good map. This is pretty solid. No, it's not, dude. I'm pulling up a map and it's blurry.
Nothing less than total victory.
Here, okay, fine. This is fine. Okay. Here's China. Here's Taiwan. Here's Hong Kong. Hong Kong used to be owned by the British. They peacefully returned it to China in '97. Okay? But it had its own rules. It was part of what they called one country, two systems. People say peacefully in quotes. It wasn't. It was a handover. There was no war. One country, two systems. So in Hong Kong, they drive on a different side of the road. They have their own separate judicial system that's underneath Chinese authority. They have all sorts of things that are slightly different in Hong Kong. And it was a center for finance and commerce in all of the greater Asia area. It was one of the more developed parts of China earlier, so different currency. Do they still use that? Anyway, Hong Kong. More recently, I mean, ever since they regained control of it, China has slowly but steadily been more and more encroaching on Hong Kong and getting more of a complete immersion of it into the greater China system, where it's no longer a separate thing, but part of the larger just China, just the city in China. There was a bunch of protests in Hong Kong, you may recall. For a while, it was a big thing discussed worldwide. Ended up not stopping things or slowing things down, and Hong Kong has continued to become more and more integrated into China. So now Hong Kong is essentially is a Chinese city. I mean, it has some separate stuff, but
Nothing less than total victory.
it's fully Chinese now. Taiwan was never part of communist China. There was a civil war in China between the communists and the royalists. Communists won. They got all of China. The royalists fled to this island, Taiwan. Chiang Kai-shek, nationalists. And the nationalists made a new government in Taiwan. They claimed all of this. They called it, they said they owned all this. China said they owned all this. You could say this is West Taiwan at the time. Nobody knew how it would go. Communists were considering making the final push, taking this over. America probably, among others, but America especially was the influence that stopped that. America threatening to get involved, America putting their aircraft carriers in support behind Taiwan. So over time, this nationalist government of Taiwan changed pretty dramatically to become possibly the world's, let's say, top 5, one of the world's top thriving democracies in terms of like income per capita, in terms of like free and fair elections, in terms of like general quality of life growth. I mean, Taiwan has done pretty well for itself. And is now, they consider themselves a separate nation. Now, China, this entire time, has never considered Taiwan a separate nation, has always considered Taiwan to be part of China, even though they don't have any government over it and Taiwan's government itself. And that's where the rub comes in. Because China is such an important and influential and powerful nation that does trade with everybody, nobody else can really recognize Taiwan as a nation. So they don't. Almost nobody on Earth, no country on Earth recognizes Taiwan. It's like 5 countries and they're all tiny. Nobody does. However, that's in that's in words. But in actions, a lot of countries do recognize Taiwan. They have separate diplomats for them. They have meetings with China and with Taiwan. They have trade with Taiwan. And they have operated under this weird limbo system where it's like, we all agree with you, China, that Taiwan's part of you, as long as you don't do anything about it. That's sort of what it's been. So all the countries of the world, not all the countries, but especially America, but all the European countries as well, have gone with this one China policy where it's one China, it's all yours, but don't do anything. Don't change. Just keep this status quo. And that's the difference. Hong Kong is over and done with. That's pretty much fully Chinese. Taiwan is a fully independent nation in terms of boots on the ground reality and actions. But China has never wavered in declaring it part of them, has done many military drills, has had deep sea cablers test, and I think successfully cut internet lines. You know, they can drag anchors across the floor. There's a lot of things they can do, and they've definitely kept Taiwan on track. So that's the quick catch up on what's going on. Oh, and the last part. I mean, I have a lot of videos you should probably watch, but the last part is that Taiwan, through a nice quirk of history and fate, became incredibly good at creating microchips. Incredibly good. The world's best. They make the smallest nanometer microchips that are used in the GPUs that you might have, like your NVIDIA GPUs that are used for AI or gaming or computers. They make the chips that are used in everything. They're the world's best. They make the best. They have the highest output. They have the smallest size. South Korea is a distant second, and then like what, you know, it's Intel. And because those are like the digital oil, digital gold, the digital powerhouse of the modern economy, Taiwan is very, very important. And that's why so many countries, you know, really, they don't say it, but they're in practice kind of backing up Taiwan. Because they don't, if this falls into China's hands, that changes the entire global supply chain. Is Intel still ass? Yes, absolutely. Why does Taiwan look like a MODUS? That's a great question. That is that's an insightful question. And that is because from China's POV, which is where this map is going, they're sus. It's almost like to the world, Taiwan is inelectrical. And we don't know if they're messing around in there or actually fixing the wires. Does that make sense? Is that... Intel was almost caught up in FabTech. That is a stretch to say. Almost caught up is such an interesting way of phrasing it. They've have been almost, yeah, I'm almost dating Anne Hathaway. You're a human being. You're on the same earth as Anne Hathaway. She might even be single, but I don't know that it's almost happening. What's wrong with Intel? Intel was a really, really dominant, leading foundry and chip designer. One of the world's great technology companies. And then they slowly but surely found there was more money to be made by not innovating and instead locking down all of their distribution. Basically switching from engineering-led corporation management to more business-led. And they just sort of sat on their monopoly and kept falling further and further behind technologically, but printing more and more money, getting fatter and fatter margins. And then they woke up, 20 years later and realized they fucking sucked.
Nothing less
The
than
Boeing
total
approach, yeah,
victory.
that's the simple way of putting it. Is they woke up 20 years later and they realized they sucked. They went woke is the short answer. The short answer is the CEO of Intel dyed his hair blue. And he changed his pronouns to more/profit. And then go woke, go broke. You know what they say. And that's what happened. Actually, you know what's funny? Yeah, it's true. In reality, he was like, the new CEO of Intel was like leading a prayer on Twitter. It's like, Leviticus 13:14, may God bless this company, and may our chip yields be... That shit was crazy, dude. That shit was crazy. Did it work? No, who's to say? Thoughts on TSMC moving to America? That's a very interesting question. I don't know. I don't have an answer. What I'll tell you is that there's been a big push to get Taiwan Semiconductor to move some of their skill set and foundries and factories to America, specifically Arizona and Texas. Actually, I think just Arizona. And it creates this weird problem, right? Where if Arizona gets good enough, then the need to defend Taiwan is limited by other countries. Outside of the goodness of their hearts and the pro-democracy angle of it, they don't benefit financially. So Taiwan knows this, but also knows that they have to deal with, at first it was subsidy. I mean, the reason Taiwan did it was because Joe Biden flashed a huge check in front of their face, the CHIPS Act. That's why they did it initially. And now not because they're afraid of tariffs, so if they build it in America, they can... It's, it's carrot or it's stick, but that's part of it. Now, to be clear, though, the latest and greatest, smallest chips still have not been made in America. The technology is still withheld in Taiwan. But, yeah, they've had foundry yields. I think NVIDIA is rolling out some design and manufacturing centers in Texas, and they're going to coordinate with TSMC to make a full GPU supply chain in America. That was recently announced, so shit's happening on that front. I can't tell you that I know where it's going to go, but... Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try and deliver some too.
Nothing less than
some of these things
total
are like with a lot of industrial projects, especially in America. What I've noticed over time is they're very big on the headline and then very limited on the follow through. They always end up taking longer or not having the same results that they have. Like when they have the big shovel and the scissors and they cut the ribbon and they break the ground and they go like, we're gonna build this. It never seems to, it doesn't always seem to happen in the way that happens. someone outside the U.S. always wants chips in the U.S. rather than China as soon as time is over? That's a good question. I mean, it depends on whether you are... Well, again, this actually is a question I'd rather answer in a presentation. Because a big part of my presentation is like, America and China are getting divorced, and now the kids have to choose sides. And like, if you're outside of the U.S., you're one of the kids in this metaphor. And I'd like to talk about it there. Where's the Patreon info? The Patreon should launch tomorrow, I believe. Patreon should launch, or not tomorrow, I'm sorry, Wednesday, or Thursday. Thursday. For the next episode. We're very excited about it. And the OnlyFans launch is Friday. So save your piggy bank for a lot of H-Rock content. Sounds stupid. What does China actually gain from getting Taiwan? That's stupid. That's a question. From their POV, it's always been theirs. It's kind of like if, I don't know, like if the America Civil War happened and the South retreated to Florida or Hawaii, and we never finished the job. Then they're like, eventually we're going to finish the job, is the idea. And there's a lot of, my understanding is that there's a real, I don't know the right word for it. It's like a golden idol. It's like the ultimate prize. It's like a real accomplishment for any CCP president. Premier who accomplishes that task, and I think Xi wants to be the guy to do it. He wants to be that guy. He wants that fucking, we did it, unified, the Civil War finally over. But and there's the benefit of getting the chips as well. You know, but China is building up its own domestic chip industry. Their machines. Yeah. If there was a military invasion of Taiwan, whether it's through Taiwan doing it or America doing it, the chip factories would not survive. But so I don't think that's a big part of it. I don't think that's a big part of why. China wants to take it. China wants to reunify for much deeper, longer-lasting historical reasons than like any economic reason. The machines are not from Taiwan, they're from ASML. Yeah, the machines, the lithography machines are from ASML, a Dutch company. However, ASML does not have the knowledge or the expertise or the foundry experience that Taiwan has. You couldn't just buy the ASML things and do what they do. Taiwan is the only one that can do it. It's not just buying ASML machines. I could? Yeah, you guys probably could. But you're A-Track drivers. Just the reason I support Taiwan is because if you look at it, I mean, I did a whole video on this, and I spoke with Taiwanese people, and we had our researcher talk to her friends in Taiwan, and I mean, just the general sense is, first of all, they would prefer not to be. Like, you ask these people, and they would prefer not to. Overwhelmingly, like, their vote is that they would prefer not to be. So that's self-determination. That's part of it. And the second part is, like, their country has done really well. You know, Taiwan is like, China has done well for itself economically. Taiwan's done even better on a per capita basis. They've done incredibly well. They've done economically well, democracy well. They have a good schooling system. They have high-performing schooling system with a lower like suicide rate than like South Korea and China, which is where there's more pressure. They've done a lot of things right. I'm not saying there's no problems there. I'm just saying there's no things right. So the idea that they would want to be subsumed. Is not good. If California wanted to see you actually be allowed to, it's a little different. It's a little different because it's like if a different government had a revolution in America right now and conquered all of it but California. They never owned it. The CCP never owned Taiwan. They never had it. They were the revolutionaries. So it's a little different than what you said in your example. Not, again, you guys are looking at it backwards. It's like if, you know, it's like if there was a revolution in Texas and they conquered all of America except for Hawaii because they couldn't get out there. And, you know, Hawaii is still the old America. That's what it's like. That's, you understand? That's what it's like. So the revolution in Texas never had a white. They never took it. It was never theirs. They claim to it because they think they run the whole country. But that's why it's different. It's not the same as a succession. Explain it in Clancyville terms. It's kind of like if you had a really thriving town that Dan Clancy wanted to trade with, and you thought it would be beneficial for both of you, but then over time you realized that Dan Clancy had single-handedly replaced all the key figures of your government, and then did a coup, and then subsumed it into this larger Clancyville metropolis that grows larger every month, every day, every week, every year. Dan Sixth. Anyway, there's nothing like new. There's not a crazy piece of new news in this whole Taiwan thing. You asked the question, but I explained. Dumb question about how do engineers make machines know how to use them? No, they know how to use them. It's just one step of the process. The whole start to finish process of creating a 2 nanometer ultra cutting edge chip is more than just running the ASML lithography machine. I am not the expert to walk you through that process. It's more complicated. It requires a ton of expertise, a ton of know-how. Factories and structures set up for this purpose specifically. It's very difficult. It's not an easy job. It's one of the hardest jobs in the world. One of the hardest and most technical things humans can do. We are making fucking magic, sparking silicon rocks at the size of a fucking pinprick that can, think. It's incredible. I mean, it's not as hard as being a streamer. just to be clear, it's not as hard as being a streamer. It's like it's one step below that, but it's very difficult and calculated. And the Taiwanese are the best in the world at it. That's what I'm saying. It's more than just buying the ASML machine, plugging it in, and going, all right, let's fucking print out some chips. Okay? That'd be so dope, though, if you could. If we could all pool our money, buy a fucking $100 million lithography machine from the Dutch, and then put it in my garage, hit the button, start shooting out GPUs. Would you rather assemble iPhone or sew t-shirts? Those are my only two options? Sew t-shirts, bro. I don't like when you're trying to like screw something in or whatever. And the pieces are really small, and one of them falls on the floor and you can't find it. It's like in the carpet. It's like it's a pain in the ass, dude. It's not about it. It's not about it. Plus, I already did that job at NVIDIA because I built all the GPUs by hand. It's like I worked at NVIDIA for 5 years and my poor hands are sore because I had to build every single GPU the first 5 years. And I made them with love, don't get me wrong, but like, it was farm to table. It really was.
Nothing less than total victory.
If everyone knows that tariffs are not good for the economy, why do countries retaliate with reciprocal tariffs? Isn't that doing a bad thing in response to a bad thing? Well, I think it's more about defending yourself, defending your sovereignty. And ideally, you're trying to make it as painful for them as it is for you. It's a tit-for-tat trade war. There's a bit of politics to it. You have to look good to your own people. And you ideally want a policy of deterrence. The idea is, like, look, if you're a country that never retaliates, then everyone could slowly creep their tariffs up on you and box you out while getting full access to your market. You understand? So you have to show that you're going to play hardball so that no one tries it on you. That sounds for Trump's arguments why U.S. is doing tariffs, though. Yeah, that would be true. That would be true if his quote-unquote reciprocal tariffs were real, but he made them up. That's the problem. Is he said that Vietnam is charging us 84%, but they're not. They're just not doing it. So that's what makes it not a real argument. That's why his argument doesn't make any sense. He's saying they're in response to things that, we're tariffing Australia and Singapore, who have 0% tariffs with us, in fact, buy more of our stuff than we do of theirs. They're the best trading partners you could ask for in the world. Singapore and Australia are literally just buying our stuff. They have full access to their market, 0%, and they buy our stuff, and we're tariffing them. So you have to understand it doesn't actually make any sense. Isn't subsidized industry a hidden tariff? Absolutely. Yeah, there's things you could call hidden tariffs, and one of them is subsidized industry. One of them is like artificially keeping your currency low, which China does do. You could look at those things and say, hey, we need to be a strategic, calculated response. For example, if they're subsidizing the electric vehicle industry, then we should have a tariff on their EVs and try to get coordinated partners in on it, so we could slowly but surely make that not profitable and help out EVs in other countries. But that's not what they did. They didn't have a plan like that. They didn't have a strategy to it. It was not a sledgehammer. Or was it a scalpel? It was a sledgehammer. Don't worry, I've been dancing the tariffs away. I think it's been working. Every day you do those dances, they've been peeling back some of the tariffs. There's ever more exemptions. I heard today he's floating a full auto industry exemption. Great. So don't stop dancing.
Nothing less than total victory.
Russia? Conflict of interest using the European and CCP trade talks. Yeah, well, I'll talk about it. Don't let me screw it, bro. They're taking too much China stuff. Have you and Aiden decided where you're moving to? I told you I'm not moving, bro. I'm not moving. I'm gonna wrap myself in the flag. I'm bringing it back. USA. All right. I just gotta figure out my strategy. Honestly, I gotta figure out my strategy. I'm not moving though. Aiden is moving probably this week. Will you be mooing? Yeah, maybe I'll be mooing. What do you make of the exemption? Well, yeah, you can see my opinion on that somewhere, right? Are you trying to get me fired up? I've made my opinion so clear in like many different spaces, so I think you know. Okay, so I'm not. Don't try to bait me. Don't try to bait me. I've done my videos. I'm trying to talk about other things. You know, there's a lot to talk about in the world. I've been dominated by these very important topics. But at some point, I gotta realize when I'm repeating myself. Like I've said what I want to say. Can't get it either. It's not my. You know, because what I'll tell you is like about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I was probably the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. And now I'm getting more stressed, and I'm like, why? Why am I letting this stress me out? I just had a really good routine. I was like making work that I was proud of. I was being healthy. I was spending a lot of time with Ari. I was talking to my family. I was spending time with friends, and I was like, I've really built a life that I really like. And lately I've been crashing out more and reading so much, and it's making me a little more on edge. So I just need to make sure that I'm not gonna cut back on saying what I want to say, but like once I've said it, I don't need to fucking get heated. What about nuclear? He's good. Will you replace Abe when you leave the country? It's not going to be for a few years, so let's worry about keeping the show going that long before we worry about what we'll do with Aiden. I think we clone him. I think we make 100,000 Aidens, a bisexual army, and that's how we fight back against China.
Nothing less than total victory.
A1 Den. A1 Den. Yeah, baby. What's up, librarian? How you doing? What's good in the world of librarian? No chance you'll make a video on Aussie housing? Well, Aiden wants to talk about Vienna and socialized housing there. Maybe I'll bring up Australian housing. I'll fit it in on the podcast. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going to make a video on it until I finish this channel. I like the little sausages, yeah. Yeah. Librarian lost his house in the earthquake? I don't believe you. He would not be in this chat if that happened. Singapore housing better? I agree. Maybe I'll bring it up on the pod. I agree. But, you know, work for them. I'm not going to be. Do you think we should tariff the Minecraft movie? Do you think America should have tariffed an American-made movie starring an American? To what end? Zealand. Okay, but the money, the profit from it is going to America. Tariff the chickens, but the jockeys are duty free. Yeah, that's fucking great. Yes. Yes. That's good. We'll bring the chicken industry back, and they can keep the jockeys. Yes. Chicken jockey! God. Dude, it's gonna be fun to do, you know, this is gonna really happen. This is actually gonna happen, so pay attention. In 20 to 30 years, after the Great Water Wars, things will have settled down. And some of you will be dead, but some of you will be sitting down with your family on your hollow couch, and you're gonna watch like a recap video of the 2020s. And it's gonna cover the rise of populism. It's gonna cover Donald Trump and the tariff and the trade wars, maybe Taiwan and possible World War III and all that. But at some point, they're gonna have a clip of Jack Black saying, "Chicken jockey." It's gonna be in that, and you're gonna chuckle to yourself and say, "I remember that. I remember H-Rock talking about it." I'm not even kidding. This will happen. It's like when you watch the fucking videos about the VH1. This was the 60s, right? It's like they've got the moon landing and everything, but they also have little clips of movies and TV. And then, yeah, you're going to tell your grandkids you had to be there because they're not going to get it because they're playing Minecraft 6. They don't understand why it's funny. Like, and that one, the chickens can have laser eyes and don't need a jockey or whatever. But you'll laugh and you'll be like, it was a better time. Yeah, Minecraft 6 and it's all spheres. There's no blocks at all. It's literally all spheres. How do they fit together? I don't know. Those kids will figure it out, not me. China. You guys keep asking about China stuff, but I researched today and put into slides. So I prefer if there was a non-China topic. Otherwise, I'm going to slowly but surely leak out everything that I want to say. And then Adish, like the greedy little gremlin he is, will seize upon it and put it into a clip before I get my video out. And then by the time the video comes out, you're going to be like, I already saw half this shit on the Clips channel. I saw you say this already. Okay, do you understand how I have to avoid that? I have to be careful. It's true you have no say in it. It's not that I don't have a say in it, it's that I have an inherent laziness. And then if I were to put myself in the middle of the pipeline of the process, I would slow it down to where you can't get a video out a day. So that I have to let you have free reign because, at least whenever I'm not. You see Katy Perry with the Space Percent Milk? I didn't see this.
Nothing
I heard about it, like, vaguely. What did she do up there? What did Katy Perry do in space? Katy Perry, Gayle King, and Lauren Sanchez go to space and back in historic all-female Blue Origin flight. What did they... mean, I guess it's fun. Well, you know, whatever. It's just Jeff Bezos' money, right? He wants to send people to space. It's not because it's not taxpayer money. I don't. It's like I don't feel anything about it. It's like if you told me a bunch of rich people went on a yacht cruise. It's like, alright, cool, good for them. Amazon is a tax on me wanting 2-day shipping. That's not a fair characterization of a tax. When you commission a furry artist to draw you a bunch of furry porn, that's not a tax on your love of furry. You know what I'm saying? That's not a tariff. No. It's not a trade deficit. I have a trade deficit with Amazon. That's literally the definition of a tariff. No, it's not definition of a tariff. I guess you guys are saying that you're saying it's you guys are saying it's this. It's they feed us poison so we buy their cures. That's what you're saying. It's deep. That is deep. Wake up, dude.
Nothing less than total victory.
Third part of this comic is, well, they suppress our medicine at California Weed Blog. Interesting. Curious. Thank you for the gifties. Link. Sorry if I missed them. Thank you for all the resubs there. Link 701. Did you have a message you wanted to say? Thank you for them. You said, yo, Big A, about 2.5 years ago, you said you check out Attack on Titan, Mob Psycho, and Chainsaw Man. I don't know if I've missed your takes on them since. Yeah, I'll tell you my takes on them. I saw all 3 of them. I'll tell you this. Attack on Titan, incredible, but I didn't like the ending. Incredible. The art style was beautiful. Thought the monsters were incredible, but the ending wasn't that good. Mob Psycho, the art style was brilliant. And I really thought some points achieved true high art, but I thought it was a little too fan servicey and pedestrian for me at some points. So I wish it would have leaned more into the message and not just the way it. And Chainsaw Man, honestly, of those 3, my favorite start to finish. I thought Chainsaw Man really cooked. Yeah, it seems a little bit childish at some points, but honestly, it's got a deeper message. It's got a deeper message, and I thought it's also a little bit surreal. And that's why I liked it. Anyway, that's my takes on Attack on Titan. I know I'll be question marked or hated for this, but they're my real takes, and that way by having studiously watched all 3 of these animes. That's why you're my goat? Yeah, no problem. Favorite Chainsaw Man character? My favorite Chainsaw Man character, bro, it's the fucking dog with the chainsaw on his head. That's my favorite Chainsaw Man. That or probably the eponymous Chainsaw Man. You know, it's a little cliche to like that guy as your favorite character, but honestly, he moves the plot along. Without him, there's no story. So, I'll be brave and pick the Chainsaw Man himself. W take, thank you.
Nothing less than total victory.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess it was a W take. They always see the chainsaw, they never see the man. That's pure truth right there. That's bars. That's bars. Although I guess if someone were waving a chainsaw around me, I would be more focused on the chainsaw than the two. I think I'd probably be like real laser focused on the chainsaw. And maybe that's shallow, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's our problem in our lives. We're always too focused on that chainsaw. Are you gonna start One Piece next? I already watched One Piece the whole way through. The thing about One Piece is, yeah, it's a little silly sometimes, and yeah, there's a lot of filler, but it's almost more about the journey than the destination. I just like these characters. I like spending time with them. In this crazy, fucked up world, a little bit of filler is not a problem. If I can kick back and enjoy a nice episode with characters that I enjoy in a fantastical world, is that a problem? Blueprints? I'll play Blueprints pretty soon here. I'm gonna play Blueprints. I love that game. But honestly, bro, the truth, you know what the God's honest truth is, this might be a shorter stream today. I'm having a great time, actually. This is great vibes. This is incredible vibes, and I enjoy talking with you guys. But I'd like to keep, I really like what I'm working on. I think this is gonna be a good video. I like when I get in the zone and I'm like really cranking out slides. Usually it's like pulling teeth. I made a lot of progress in that. I want to finish it. I'd like to have a better stream.
Nothing less than total victory.
Did you see this short Almost Friday skit? Let's see. What is it? POV, your whole group had to leave Coachella yesterday because your buddy went there with 3 iced coffees and a cake pop in his stomach and got airlifted out of the line.
Hey pal, how you feeling today?
Not sorry. What? I thought about what I did and the impact it had on all of you. And yeah, I am not sorry.
You gonna try a different strategy today, or?
Nah. No. I'm not.
That's good. Round 2, baby. Come back stronger. Don't change a thing, just execute harder. Speaking of Coachella, while you bring that up, 60% of Coachella tickets were purchased using buy now, pay later. Is my understanding. This is according to reporting from Billboard. Not a great sign for things. And that's just BNPL. You got to assume some are on credit. Share screen. So, you know, it does feel like a bit of fuck the future, fuck my future, I'm spending now, I'm living life while I can type beat. It does, you know, there's like a bit of like, fuck my chungus life. I'm not gonna get a house, and I'm just gonna fucking live it while the living's good. And I'm not here to dissuade you from that. But I would say, like, your future self is gonna be unhappy. Like, there's consequence. There will be consequences, right? And you'll feel them, and it'll be annoying. You'll wish you hadn't done it. What was that word you just used? Hey, Lakers. Timberwolves, round 1, on my birthday. How about that? Yeah, I'll get a little birthday wish that the Lake Show. I saw it was so funny. You guys don't know. The Timberwolves star player is Anthony Edwards. Ant. He's got like 5 kids that he had by the age of 23 from different women. You got 5 kids, and someone said it's so funny that LeBron is going to be out there playing with his son against the deadbeat. That's aura. That's aura. You know what I'm saying? The strong relationship he has with his son. But if Ant wins, then I guess that means his method of fatherhood is better. That is how it works. Did Ant play 1.2 million South Waterfront? No, I think he got Cento. My understanding is he did not do that. That's not really possible. Ronnie will get 0 playoff minutes. Okay. He's not the GOAT. That's fine. You'll be eating your words. Ronnie played 35 minutes against the Rockets the other day. And he got 4 whole points. And you're disrespecting him? You're disrespecting the GOAT? Bro got 4. That's impact 4. It's called being a humble player. It's called passing the ball. It's called passing the ball, dude. You know, I've played with some streamers, some of whom you know, who don't pass the ball. I've played with some very famous streamers.
Don't waste my time.
Who don't pass the ball, bro. Who try unsuccessfully to single-handedly run the offense, miss their shot, and then get mad. Don't pass the ball. Son, that's a good one. I'll say that. All right. Anyway, anywho. I saw people fighting for the LeBron doll today at Target. Dude, they better print more of them because Target is in a fucking disaster. Target's same-store sales have declined like 5 months straight. They're on the largest stock losing streak they've had in the history of the company. The entire Target shopper is like a middle-class person that doesn't even exist anymore. It's the unique person that would shop at Target is no longer existing. They're moving up to higher. They're to ROA2, or they're moving down to Walmart. But Target as a unique spot in American society is wiped out. Target is mecca for college students looking to buy cheap furniture. I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm just going to tell you that might not be the highest margin business to be in. Selling the cheapest possible furniture you can to college students. It's not like where the biggest money is. And if you were doing it at scale, you would be a worse IKEA. Yeah, so how ROA2 still doing on this economy? It's like there's not rich people, though. Rich people are still. It's the middle class that's in trouble. It's like a splitting. They're still wealth. It's K-shaped. K-shaped economy. Although it's K-shaped implies this one's still going on, but it's not. The top end of the K is starting to lose its luster. Fewer trips. Fewer luxury bags. It's R-shaped, yeah. It is kind of R-shaped. It's like, that's kind of an
Nothing
R-shaped
less
economy.
than total victory.
What if the middle class still exists, but we're all stupid and can't save money for shit and have addictions and are bad at money spending techniques? Well, the middle class is a measure of wealth, so if all of those things are true, then eventually we'll not have the wealth to be in the middle class. But what I would say is I don't think you're any stupider than any previous generation with handling money. People should be allowed to have a couple addictions, a couple spendings. It's mostly that the prices of things they need, not just want, but need, are going up faster than their wages. That's the problem. I don't think it's Crispy Kreme living 16 months. You see the league player that's exclusively Garen for 9 years and is still bronze? I respect it. I saw this. There's a guy that played League for 10 years straight, 10,000 hours plus, has played nothing but Garen, has never left bronze. 10,000 hours in bronze. That's sick. That's like Jiro dreams of sushi. That's like dedicating your whole life to the craft of not being good at Garen. They're not good at Garen in a unique way that no one else could be. There's no other Garen like that Garen. It's a life well spent. It actually is a really good teaching example, though, of how practice doesn't mean anything. And it has to be, what's the word for it? It's a type of practice. Like a dedicated, it's focused practice. It's there's a special word for it. It's not pointed. Mindful practice is a great way. Purposeful practice. Yeah, you have to, dude, a few hours of purposeful practice is 100 times more effective than you just slop grinding games, rage queuing, not thinking, doing the same thing over and over again. It doesn't help you at all.
Nothing less than total victory.
Just be good. No, you just gotta practice. It's the right way to practice. If you like watch your own VOD, if you play a game, lose it, watch your own VOD, make note of your mistakes, think about what you would do in that situation next time to be better. Try another game, try to work on the things you saw, watch that VOD, do that again. If you do that over and over again, you'll get good 100 times faster, but it's kind of like a pain in the ass, and that's why nobody does it. That's why everybody just heads down Riku. Heads down, flame team, heads down, Riku, same thing, change nothing. I've told so many teammates to watch the VOD, but I never have myself. You're a menace! You're a fucking menace, dude! You're a menace. I'm here to game that to get better. That's also true. So, you know, with something like TFT, I try a little bit to get better because I think it's just part of my brain and I want to enjoy it, but I don't practice the way I would another game. And it's fine. It takes me a lot longer to go up and around. But I don't care because I want to play it mindlessly. It's just fun to play mindlessly. It's just, sometimes you just want to queue up a game and get lucky. You know, you want to just have the slot machine. Frog Dev, everyone will go through this. Everyone in this chat, every single one of you who's like, nah, what I fucking love is getting to a high ranking
Nothing
CS
less
or
than
Valorant
total
or
victory.
Rocket League or whatever. You will all hit the point where you're like, actually, I kind of like just gaming for fun. I've been more of a single player guy lately. I've been. You will all do it. I've seen it happen to. I was the most deep esports person in the world. All my friends were deep esports. I attended esports tournaments. I went to conventions. I was a writer. Everyone I knew was a fucking hardcore, diehard gamer, competitive. They all faded away, dude. Everyone fades away. Everyone fucking relaxes. Everyone fucking. It's because you realize. I mean, you're not gonna go pro, bro. Some of you still think you're gonna go pro. Yeah, I went to Korea. To train League of Legends. I went. Mango hasn't chilled. First of all, I know Mango better than you do. Mango has chilled. First of all, Mango is definitely chilled compared to how he used to fucking care about winning tournaments. 100%. He still plays, don't get me wrong, but as part of his content to keep his stream and lifestyle. I might go to a Lakers game with Mango. I just play what NL plays and it works out. Speaking of that, let's play a little Blue Prince, folks. It's 8:30. Let's play a little Blue Prince if you don't mind. It's a very fun game. I know some of you aren't. gaming frogs to the core, but I've really enjoyed this game. It's probably the game I've most enjoyed in recent memory. Since, like, it's very chill. You can keep talking. I don't even have to focus too much. I mean, except for the puzzle. It's kind of cozy. It's a cozy game. And I are playing it together. It's great. Yeah, it's awesome. I think it's a fun, cozy little game. It's a bit unsettling. What I like about it too is this whiteboard key. Oh my god! I almost leaked the backside of my whiteboard, which has all of the all. Every project. Every project I'm working on. Whiteboard. See, this is fun. New drawings, yeah, it's dramatic. I drew Lola Bunny in marker. 1 minute catch-up explanation when it's game's up? Yeah, sure. This is a game where you play a young man whose grandfather died and left you this enormous mansion in the hills. And you have to get to the secret 46th room of his mansion. To gain control of it. And if you don't do that, you don't get it. And the way the game plays is every time you enter a new room, you draft a randomly selected new room. It could be like a kitchen, or a bedroom, or a hallway. And you're trying to slowly get yourself all the way to the end. The rooms have unique things in them, and puzzles, and items and stuff. And you try to combo these all together. To, you know, you're learning more every time. It's a bit of a roguelike, bit of a deck builder, bit of a puzzle game. It's fun. That's what I'll say. It's fun. That's my fucking long and short of it. I prefer no spoiling and no backseating. I've been very enjoying figuring all this out myself. On the last time I played, I opened up this gate, finally, and it led me to this secret room. Trading post, tool shed, and shelter. So 2 of these I've never seen before. Maybe 3 actually. I don't think I've seen any of these. But tool shed seems goated. Shelter also seems goated. It blocks literally 3 red rooms. That's fucking awesome. But I could do any of these. I'll just try shelter, I guess. And that seems very scroted. Let's see what's down here. Let's go down. Would you guys, let's say a nuclear war happens, and you guys have to go down to a shelter like this. Could you last in this environment? Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or what would you need down here to make it? Dude, some of you saying no and you haven't left your room in fucking 3 months. It's like, bro, yeah, you can be fine. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? What are you fucking... I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand staying in one room for that long. Like, wow. You had a bunch of movies. I see you have all the movies and books of humanity uploaded onto a 600 terabyte drive. Okay? And you've got books. Someone said books. I'm not reading no fucking books. I don't care if I'm trapped down there. Dude, imagine you're the guy in the bunker still trying to scroll TikTok. It's just, there's nothing coming up, but you're fucking... Water, canned beans. What is a food? Here's a... Your bunker is stocked with one food. No, wait, I'm sorry. It has like the base nutrients you need in like a pill form. You take that every day. But it has one treat food. What's your one, because you're gonna just pick like beans or whatever. What's your one treat food that goes with the daily pill? Pizza? You're eating pizza every day. I guess I don't eat every day. Chipotle? Sushi? Flintstones vitamins? You're eating your daily pill and then for a treat you're having a Flintstones vitamin? That's your treat? That's what, like, oh, whoa, a special day. I think, this is gonna sound American on me, but I think if I could have a juicy burger every now and then, that'd be hype, dude. I'd be fucking hype. Why are you not gonna want a juicy, tasty, well-made burger? Yeah, lettuce bun double. Thank you. Oh, hey, no. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Red Guard. Okay. Put this in the old brainstem. At some point, one of the authors that we learned about yesterday was hunted by the Red Guard for writing that book about the Red Prince. Something have to do with that. Am I in the shelter right now? So the three of them are hiding down there from the Red Guard. And they disabled remote access to the terminals of Silinor. So is this computer separate? Time lock safe. The shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlocked date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. We don't have to know what time it is? I don't know what... Oh, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what day or time it is. Back. I don't have that, like, on my... It's day 7. It's day 7. Oh, piss, dude. I don't know what day it is. Oh, I'm sure there's a clue, but I'm not gonna know it. Oh, poppycock. Alright. Well, I would love to open this time lock safe. Damn, that's tough. Radiation monitor, a measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 USV or higher, emergency protocol will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock? Holy fucking shit. So, ipso facto, ergo cogito sum, I'm going to try and use the laboratory in the house to spike the radiation. Then come back here, take the measurement, unlock every door in the house, get fucked off of some fucking vodka and wine, and then beeline straight to the end. How about dog? Okay, log into network. So I know the password. I wrote it down. The password is swan song. Huh. Thank you, my trusty whiteboard. Okay, staff services. Punch in out. Okay. November 4th. November 4th is when my grandfather died. But how long till I showed up? How long till I showed up? My poor Gramps. You know, it's a little annoying that in real life, my grandfather is going to pass and leave me probably timeshare debt. And not, I'm not going to get any fucking... Know if one of my granddads is dead yet. You're gonna have to investigate the same thing, but in Florida. I have to go investigate my granddad's timeshare in fucking Boca Raton. But it's not really so much fun drafting as it is like a closet. All right. Remote terminal access. Yeah, I don't think the shelter can connect. I mean, I don't have it online anyway. Email. I need to go to the office. The office gets the email. Okay. Data transfers. Can't data transfer. Okay. Simon, maybe is my name. Simon? Request schedule change. November 4th. Well, okay. What if I, place a special order. Yeah, fuck it. I would like to add a sleeping mask. Approve order. Yeah, get that in there. Get that shit in there. Okay. I don't know what day it is. But let's assume November 4th, right? Go back. November 4th, he dies. Let's say I show up the next day. Hypothetically, right? So, like, the 12th? It's the 12th? November 12th. Unlock time. And I don't know what time of day it is. Let's say 1 p.m. I can change it later. So imagine just snapping something. How do I know what time it is? Is there a watch? Is there a... I feel like I have to come back. It's a 4-hour window. Alright. Well, we'll have to figure that out later. I need to know the date and time that it is right now in order to activate that shelter. So that's a mission to figure out what day and what time it is. Okay. Oh, hello. 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 Okay. What? Okay. It's 8 coming on 9 a.m. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Welcome to Mount Holly. No fucking name. No fucking date. 9 a.m. No fucking game. I assume I showed up the next day, but what if I showed up a week later? There's no way to know that. There's no way to know that. Alright, but if it is almost... And let's just try 9 a.m. -4? You guys can relax on steps. I'll just start a new day. Okay. I got fucking steps for days. Okay. Time lock safe. Unlock date. November 12th. 9 a.m.
That's a wrap.
How does this work? Time lock safe. Has to be at least 1 hour in the future? Oh. I also put PM. Okay, 10 a.m. Must be at least 1 hour in advance. November 12th, 10 a.m. November 12th would be 7 days after the 5th, which would be my first day, which is the day after he died. It could be the 12th, it could be the 13th. That's the fucking problem. It could be the 12th, it could be the 13th. I don't know. I mean, it could also be a month later. I don't know how long it took before I got invited. I need to find a calendar. But I'll have to come back. Oh, man. Is it always unlocked? One more thing. Sorry, I gotta figure this out. Is it always unlocked? Remains open for 4 hours. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna waste some steps. I'm gonna waste some steps. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I also don't know how long the time moves in real time. Like, that might not even been an hour. I'm not even... Does the time move based on my steps? I can't tell. Now it's 9:15. This is a toughie. Storeroom, closet, hallway. Closet. Give me some items. Yoink, yoink, storeroom. I think it'll work. Billiard room. Fuck it. I'll knock out this math puzzle. Right click. 17. 20. Divided by 10 is 2. 2 plus 13 is 15, divided by 3 is 5. 12 plus 1 is 13, minus 10 is 3, times 3 is 9, divided by 3 is 3. 2 keys! Yippee! Spare room, pantry, hallway. Spare room. No. Pantry. Oh, nice. The walk? No. What about the day? I need to find the day. The date. Nook, parlor, den. Den's good. How does HR do that without a calculator? That's impossible. Whether these clocks are not frozen, they keep moving. It's now 10:30. So I should be able to go back and check. What I want to do is find... Ooh, office is good. Let's go office. Office. We can read the emails. Ooh, we can read the emails! Yes! Okay, whatever. I already seen this. The antechamber in the greenhouse is broken. Yeah, okay. Good. Progress. Hold on. I get to read Hillary's emails. Spread gold and estate. Yeah, hold on. Run payroll. Sure, run payroll. Log in and network. Okay. Swan song. Okay, we're in. Acromats.
Nothing less than total victory.
We're connecting to Hillary's private email network. Okay. From Ann Babbage next week. November 1st, 1993. Okay. Doesn't really help. This is just her talking about bullshit. Fuse box repair. Gabe, yes. That is the correct functionality. Also, when you're out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is off blue, green, white, red, purple. Thanks for the due diligence of the project. H.S. Sinclair. Not sure what that means, but I will write it down. To the whiteboard cab! Busting a boom. You can see the back of the shirt. Oh, shit. Green, white, red, purple. Okay. That seems best. That seems helpful. We're making progress. Okay. So. Mailbox.
Nothing less than total
Changes to the
victory.
estate, October 7th, 1993. Dear Herbert, we just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured your plans will be executed down to the last detail. McGuire, McKinley, and McDougal. Okay. So he left his estate to me. He asked his lawyers to do it. They confirmed. October 1993. Right before he died. October 1993. Fuse box repair. October 5th. The vac ban. Holy shit. Steam's involved? Gabe Newell's involved? Indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we'll fix it on a regular show next week. Gabe, DC Power. The white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. Okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Beggars can't be choosers, bitches, and Chipotle. I've been mining Captain with chicken jockey. Trying to update it for a new audience. Data transfer. Let's do this. Wait, what do you mean data? Data transfers. Press enter. Oh, I didn't read it. It's not currently available. I should just read it. That's probably a good first step. I can connect to the shelter. I can connect to the shelter. Time lock safe. Is it open? Okay. Okay. Well, I learned some stuff. I won't say I didn't learn anything. Oh, there's a save. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Harrying of the Merchant. Please check if any of the professions title. So are these books on the wall, maybe? These books. None of the books have titles. So my answer would probably be no. My answer would probably be no. Then how much? What is that safe code? 9083. Fuck me, dude. It's not 9083. A mystery of history. Probably something. There's something here. This Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Harrings of the Maidens. Hearings or hearings?
Nothing less than total victory.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Something to it, but beyond my grasp at the moment. Alright, well, what time is it? It's 10:30, so I could go check. I think I will just go and fucking check. Straight up. I think oh, 3 gold coins. Wait, I'm kind of wasting my... Steps are for chiefs. Steps are for chiefs. We're gonna... How many combinations could there possibly be? You literally have a watch, bro? No, it's not about a watch. I know what time it is. I just need to see if this thing opens so I know it's the right day. It didn't. Fuck! What if it's November 13th? I don't know what fucking day it is! There needs to be a calendar. November 13th at 1 p.m. Confirm. Fuck it. Confirm. Confirm. We'll come back. We're gonna figure out what day it is. That's what we're gonna do. Dude, I distinctly recall there being a note in, like, the shop or something. And they're like, the young master arrives tomorrow. Don't be sure to have everything ready. If I had that fucking note, I would know what to do. This one's shit. This one's good. This one's shit. Corridor. Is there something? No, nothing. Corridor. Commissary. I think that's it. I think that's exactly what I'm looking for. Commissary. I need a gem! Oh, fuck me, dude. I'm looking for the fucking commissary and I need a fucking gem. I'm broke. I can't even leave and come back. That's how fucked this is. All right, spare room it. Cash rich, but asset poor. You're actually so right. I need something that gives me a gem, and I need it quickly. Dude, I'm getting cooked. I am getting cooked. I'm almost out of steps. Okay. It's fine. 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 Nursery. Still. Oh. No, dude. These all suck. I need something real and raw and good. Where's the key? Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. It's printed, so it's true, right? Red is lie unless it's handwritten, so it's not true. They're less likely to be locked. I have a key. Unlock. I need steps. Choose all those steps. Yeah, but I don't need a dead end, bro. If I pick a bedroom here, I'm locked out. Wine cellar is gems. Then I'm cooked. But yeah, I guess I can go wines. No, bedroom, I guess. Get some steps. Bedroom has a door. This is Reddington, where I went to get the books. More like Blewington. Okay, okay. Sleeping mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with a sleep mask, gain 5 steps. Yo, so I can just leave and come back in and gain 5 steps? No. No. Oh, I did. It worked. Never mind. It worked. Commissariat. Oh, I still can't afford it! Oh, my cursed... All right, we'll go parlor. Parlor can give me gems. And I just got to roll commissary again. So, 1 always tells the truth. 1 always tells a lie. 1 has the treasure, and 1 will make you die. The blue box is empty. This statement appears on another box. Oh, interesting. True, true, lie, blue box. Bing, bang, bong. Money in the bank. Commissary. Okay, observatory then. Oh, the breaker box though. Wait. Do I dead end myself? But I fucking learned something. Off blue, green, white, red, purple. Ooh, baby. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Okay. Fuck it. Off blue, green, white, red, purple. Off blue, green. You can only get white if all 6 are purple. Okay. But I can't get a purple. Okay. How did that work? How the fuck does that work? Okay. Okay. No, for real. I got this. Actually, everybody chill out. I'm clicking too fast to think what I'm doing. Okay. So, blue, green, red, blank. Blue, green, red, blank. Blue, green, red, blank. Blue and red, purple. Yeah! Yeah! Fucking Aristotle couldn't have solved that. Okay. Off, blue. Green. Oh, this needs to be white. Oh. Wait, I need to get them all purple. Okay, wait, I need blue, red, purple. 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 Purple. I am the genius! Genius, genius, genius! Okay. Fourth one is white. Dude. Okay, all right. Lock the fuck in here. Red. Purple. No, fuck. This needs to be red. Oh, no. Oh, I did it. I don't know how I did it. I just keep clicking. White, red, purple. Off, blue, green. Off, blue. Yes! Yes, dude! Turn the key card off, too, while I'm at it. Okay! Okay, okie dokie. Now we are cooking. Con gasolina. Gym. Off. Garage on. In case I run in the fucking garage. Now, what the fuck do we have here? An exit? I can finally leave my grandpa's hellscape? Or a tunnel? The gemstone cavern has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with 2 gems! Oh, the children yearn! I'm sorry, but this is a time for a chicken jockey. If there's ever been a time for a fucking classic chicken jockey, it would be now, dude. I'm mining, I'm crafting. What is this, some sort of Minecraft? Okay. So that's permanent? Damn, that's based. AF. Okay, all I gotta do now... I mean, this day is fucking good. I'm almost out of steps anyway. This day's kind of cooked. So what if I just try to grab some steps? Security's okay, I guess. Yeah, I'll go security. I'm just trying to find the date. I'm trying to find the date. That's all I really want is the date. Nah, I'm